Hi guys, this is a real quick video on how to kip out of a muscle up because I've had a few people ask me about it. There's probably a million ways, I don't know. We're going to go over two because that's all I know. One is the best way, the most efficient way. It's like a continuation of movement. It's when the chain's good and you can sort of use momentum to get yourself up. The second way happens once you've sort of broken down, or for people that only have a couple of muscle ups, it's kind of straight away because you get into the low dip position and you've got no momentum and you've got to try and get yourself out. I just want you to watch this real quick video of Noah Olsen and you will see both methods in action.
Stop. Never enough. Keep going. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. One more every time. One more. Come on. Come on. Oh! Be satisfied. Be satisfied. No. Go in. All right. You got more. You got more. Come on. Yeah.
All right, so it's pretty clear to see that there's one efficient way to do it, which is just a nice flow of the chain and the movement can just be continued over and over again. Once he hits fatigue, or once anyone really hits fatigue, you come into that second sort of kip, okay? And that's the kip that most people are going to use when they're learning to do muscle ups because they don't really have much momentum or a good chain going. I'm going to show you the efficient way first, okay, where we're just keeping that momentum, and then we're going to break down the other way once the momentum's stopped, and hopefully that will help you get your first muscle up. So as you can see, there's the feet coming up at the rear, and that flick up at the rear is what creates a little bit of momentum, and you can push out into the top of the muscle up, obviously going into each rep, and there's a nice smooth motion to it. The second way we're going to look at is once that movement breaks down and you kind of get stuck at the bottom of the dip, you don't really have that momentum of the feet coming back to flick you up, you've got to use like a knee drive to pull yourself out. So as you can see, the second one, the chain's broken, right? It's kind of two movements. You're doing a pull and a transition, and then you're kind of stuck in the bottom, and then you're using that knee drive to do your dip. So it's kind of two movements. The chain's broken, and it's not so efficient. What we're going to do is we're going to break that movement down even further, and we're going to look at it in detail because that's the one most people are going to use, A, when they get too fatigued, or B, when they're just learning their muscle up and they really need to do it in two parts, like get the transition and then get out of that dip position. And the other reason is because if you've just got ring dips in a workout, then this is how you kip a ring dip. So we're going to look at how to kip out of a ring dip, which again will cross over to that muscle up once you get stuck in the bottom of the dip position. Okay, so it's simply just two things I want you to think about. One is to get tension. So we're in the bottom, okay? Get tension. Start to push, okay? Start to push, and then the second part is drive your knees up as fast as you can towards your head, okay? So it's not like a normal kip where you're using your hips, okay, which would look like this, where you'd come up and then try and open your hips. You don't want to do that, because by opening your hips, you're actually pushing sort of down to the ground. And some people do it, or do like a hybrid version of it, but what you really want to do is use the momentum of driving your knees up to create lift and to help you get up, and it will look like this. Start to push, up. Start to push, up. And that drive is what can help you get up, okay? And then you can start stringing them together, and you can just use that dip to keep going and going.